Hello, my name is Adam Santos, and today I'll be talking about one of the most scariest drugs I've ever heard of. It even has a pretty sick, scary street name too, and it's called Scopolamine. What is Scopolamine, you ask? Well, Scopolamine, aka the devil's breath, is a type of medication mostly used to treat motion sickness and nausea. I'll get more into detail about the drug very soon, and such as the psychological effects of the brain and what it does to the body, and many more. So, let's get started. And by soon I mean by now, because I don't have time for this. Anyway, this is Scopolamine. 17 carbon, 21 hydrogen, and 4 nitric oxide molecules. Usually Scopolamine is used as a medication to treat motion sickness, like I said before. But that's what most people use for. Unless you live in Colombia, of course.
What did you say about Colombia?
I said unless you live in Colombia, of course.
What does that mean?
I have to do this presentation, man. I'm sorry. Oh God, I'm sorry. Oh God.
Get your head on the ground.
Dad, help me. Mommy. Bogota, Colombia is where scopolamine comes from. It comes from the plant called the burundanga. At first glance, it looks like a normal tree with pretty flowers, something that you'd give to your mother or grandma on Mother's Day. But that's actually a bad idea because the drug comes from the plant and fruits that grow on the tree. Now that's out of the way, let's talk about the psychological effects. There are reasons why I call it one of the scariest drugs I've ever talked about. Because what this drug does to the brain is that it can put a person in a hypnotic state if the person were on a large dose of this drug. Yes, this drug actually hypnotizes people. Usually doctors would give their patients a small amount of the drug, such as scopolamine patches. But others, mostly in Colombia, use this drug to take advantage of people. There have been reports of people ransacking their own houses and emptying out their bank accounts for a random person because of this drug. And if you thought roofies were bad enough, this drug can also be used as a date rape drug if the person wanted to. Because the people who use this drug are criminals, thugs, or scumbags. And I hope you're not any one of them. People who experienced it mentioned that if they were in a usual high, like hallucinating, but the next day they would wake up one day with their bank accounts empty or their apartment or house completely gone. And they won't remember any of it. But witnesses mentioned that if the person were in a zombie-like state and following the command of a person next to them. Because this drug takes away your free will entirely, it's like you're both conscious and unconscious at the same time, but your actions are following some random person. I know that sounds a bit confusing to understand. That's why I like to say the word hypnotize. Imagine the Pokemon Hypno, but instead of Hypno using a pendulum to hypnotize people, it blew smoke in your face.
You walked in front of me. Hypno, hypnotize.
Whoa! What is this?
How is that? I need your wallet.
I don't have a wallet.
Give me your life.
Will you bury me?
Not at all what I meant, but I meant it this way.
Oh, I had to redo this clip because the audio messed up. As I forgot to mention, scopolamine is a class of drugs called anticholinergics, which are drugs that block the neurotransmitter acetylcholine. I don't know how to say that, is a neurotransmitter that transfers signals to certain cells for our body to function properly, such as involuntary muscle movements in our lungs, urinary tract, and other parts of our body. If a person were to take scopolamine, this would block this neurotransmitter and can decrease their digestion, mucus secretion, and involuntary muscle movement. So that is all for the psychological effects for what scopolamine can do to the brain and body. For this next clip, I will show you a few ways on how to ingest this drug if you were to use this on a friend and take advantage of them. Be smart. Don't hypnotize people. Oh! One way to ingest this drug is through inhaling its powdered form.
Hey, bro, you want some?
The second way to ingest this drug is either eating the flowers or the fruit that comes from this tree.
Oh, bro, I get mine organic.
The third way to ingest this drug is by putting the flowers into some form of tea and drinking it. Oh God. In conclusion, don't do drugs!
the guy who made fun of Colombia? Where am I? Where am Brian?
What?
Brian, what happened? All I remember was the Asian man came at us. What did he have on him? What happened?
Oh, I have a headache.
What is this? Oh god. What happened to us, man?
Oh shit, leftover drugs.
Hey!